Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today for the Divine Feminine on your Divine Masculine. So we're going to really dive deep into the masculine's energy, how the masculine is feeling towards you, and what's going on with this journey, and some advice for you, the viewer. So just take the messages as they resonate for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. This reading is timeless, which means that it can resonate for you at any time that you happen to run across the information. All the decks I'll be using, I'll be listing them down below and letting you guys know what they are as I shuffle each deck. And this particular organite is called the Divine Masculine Nude. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this masculine. What is this masculine's current energy towards the feminine? I do say he or him for masculine and she or her for feminine. It's just the way that I channel, so just apply the energies how they resonate for you. All right, let's break it down. When the masculine thinks about the feminine, what does this energy look like right now? How does he have her in his current mental space? So we're going to lay out these cards, which are called the Earth and Sky Oracle that I created. Mental energy for how the masculine is holding the feminine's space. Okay, so we have metal. So metal's energy. So we're going to clarify actually with this tarot deck here, which is called the Gilded Tarot Royale. Meticulous and structured, honest and fair, firm and rigid, calm and disciplined. So he could see the feminine as that. He might also be trying to be disciplined right now and calm when it comes to her. Kind of like metal, a hard exterior. We have the Six of Pentacles. It's kind of like what you give, what you get. Okay, so you're either going to resonate with this or not, feminines. What I'm getting here is that if you have been very, very kind of firm with masculine, he's giving that right back. So the energy that you're giving, he's giving it back, okay? And some of you guys might feel like that's not right, it's not fair, but this is, I'm getting here where the masculine is at in his mental space. He's trying to be structured. He's trying to stay calm. He's trying to maybe even appear to some of you to be structured and have it together. And it doesn't mean he doesn't, but there might just be this like rigid energy that he is holding right now because he doesn't want to look out of sorts. He doesn't want to look needy. He doesn't want to look like he doesn't have his life together. He might see you also as somebody who is just kind of firm and not really wearing your heart on your sleeve. So it's like he's giving it right back. That's what I'm getting here. So let's go ahead and go into the emotions of this masculine. What is the emotional space that this masculine is in? Yeah, see, he's a little stubborn. Bull's energy, that's Taurus. Okay. 420 to 520, so there could be a significance of that date for the emotions, but we have luxurious and pleasure-seeking, reliable and devoted, stubborn and uncompromising. So if feminine, if you have had to play hardball with your masculine, I'm getting here that it's like he's trying to give it back. He's trying to match your energy. He doesn't want to appear weak. Knight of Cups, that's Pisces energy. But the thing is, this masculine, don't let him fool you, because deep down inside, he has a lot of emotions for feminine. So even though it might seem like he is being very, very stubborn and very calm and rigid, deep down inside, the waters do run deep. The emotions are there. Masculine in his heart space really does want to come forward with a message of love, really does want to express himself in an emotional way, but is really, really trying to hold that back. That's just what I'm seeing here. So it's like he's waiting you out or gauging where you're at before he makes any kind of move. Okay. So he's just too stubborn, I feel, to make a move at this time or to tell you how he's really feeling. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the energies of the environment. Okay. So in this physical 3D space, where is the masculine at with you? Okay. Where's the reality of this? We have the rabbit. It's, gentle and modest, kind-hearted and docile, considerate and thoughtful, melancholy and overly discreet. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what the tarot is for this. Ooh, we have got the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, So I get a couple of different messages with this. Some of you guys are not single, or some of the masculines are not single, okay? Some of you guys, there may be a reason why this masculine is kind of like doesn't feel, trying to stay hard, trying to stay disciplined. But deep down inside, we know that there's Knight of Cups energy there, wants to come forward, but there is this gentle approach that he knows is needed in reality. He has to be modest with his feelings. He can't just come out. He's got to be discreet about what he is thinking or feeling. Okay, he's trying to also be considerate, perhaps, or thoughtful of you or other people in his life. So that's going to go either one way or the other, or both ways, or this won't apply at all. So someone is not available, either you are masculine or both, or does not have the confidence at this time to be vulnerable. Nine of Pentacles reversed means somebody that doesn't feel good about themselves. They don't feel self-assured. They don't feel like they are strong enough on their own. They don't feel independent enough to be able to do something. So they just feel somewhat controlled by their environment, or they're working very hard and they're just not really getting where they want to go. And so this makes things very stressful for them. They just don't feel good. So take that as it resonates for you, but I just feel like this masculine is being very discreet about how he feels, and in reality is not willing to share or come forward with that Knight of Cups that's in his heart space. And there may be a good reason for it, okay? So now we're going to go into his spiritual space. So higher self energy towards feminine. We have the raccoon. Yeah, he's hiding something. Trickster and thief, clever and resourceful, masks and disguises, warning signs and red flags. And we have the Three of Cups. Okay, you guys, some people are in a third-party situation. Not everybody, okay? Some of you guys are. So masculine is either trying to hide who he's with, or masculine knows that feminine's with someone, and there is some amount of needing to wear a mask and disguise ourselves. So warning signs and red flags. This could be where masculine really does perhaps want to be with feminine, or speak to her, or come forward. We do have Knight of Cups there, but a third-party situation could be holding him back. Now, if some of you guys, it's not third party, it could just be that masculine is trying to mask how he feels towards the feminine, or mask some kind of spiritual connection with her, his higher self, what his higher self is trying to tell him, with an overabundance of activity outside of himself. Alcohol, drugs, spending time with people that he's not really connecting to, having meaningless relationships with people, or just basically busying himself to the point of overworking, to where he's trying to drown out what his higher self is telling him. So he's trying to mask and disguise how he feels. He's trying to pour that cup out, the cup that he feels in his heart space. He's trying to mask his emotions here. Or he just realizes that this is not an ideal time. His higher self is saying it's not an ideal time to try to be with feminine, because either he's not available, she's not available, or neither one of them are in the right headspace, or they're just not in the right space to try to come together as a team. So that is what we have, you guys, so far. So now we're going to go into the energy here of what is masculine trying to actually let go of at this time, okay, when it comes to the past. What is masculine working on letting go of right now from the past? We're going to go into my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. When it comes to past traumas or wounds or past behaviors that are actually connected to not only himself, but could also have affected the feminine, what is he trying to let go of? What is he trying to correct? What behaviors is he trying to, just improve? We have Spirit of the Tower. Interesting. This is telling me that masculine has gone through, or is currently going through, a tower moment. There has been some sort of a big change here and a big shift in the masculine's world or energy field. There could also be some kind of surprising feelings or some surprising revelations that masculine has come into as well. This right here is called the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's see what some of that is about. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is Aries energy, but I feel like that Queen of Wands is the feminine. I do feel like what this is trying to tell us here is that masculine, when it comes to things he's trying to let go of, he's trying to let go of any kind of expectations or any kind of maybe ego that he could possibly be in when it comes to the way that he sees himself, or maybe even how he sees that his feminine should be. So there's been some sort of a shift for him with the way he even sees his feminine. How he saw her in the past is not the way that he sees her now. This Queen of Wands in this upright position is actually very positive. This shows somebody who is like queen energy, boss energy, someone that's taking care of themselves, somebody that's full of confidence, somebody who's really standing out above all the rest. I do see too that the masculine's quite surprised at the shifts and the changes that feminine has made in her own life. So in a way, he may not have either respected her before or didn't see her value before, but he certainly, that's changed and he sees her value now. So the way that he sees her has changed. The way that he is looking at her and the way he thinks about her has changed, and it's actually changed for the positive. That's what I'm seeing. What else is he trying to let go of? We have Spirit of the Stranger. Caution, warning, danger. Okay, I'm getting a little story here. Masculine tried to warn feminine about him. Masculine could have said things to her such as, I'm not into commitment. I've got a lot of issues and problems. I've had a rough childhood, whatever this is all I can give you. So this masculine in a way felt like he was covering his basis by warning feminine, hey, there's certain things that you need to be aware of before we get involved. Feminine may have thought to herself, I got it handled. I'm the exception. That's what masculine gave to her. Masculine gave to her, though, in this very dark place. He gave to her in this very, like a place of lack. So, of course, what he gave to her was not his best self. It wasn't the best version of himself, but it's all he could give her at the time. Remember, you guys, this is about the past. This is about letting go of past old behaviors. So I feel like masculine does, moving forward, want to put a better foot forward. He wants to shift things. He wants to create change moving forward. He doesn't want to give from this place of lack moving forward. That's what I'm seeing with this. So that's beautiful, actually. So he wants to change this aspect. He wants to change this energy, perhaps, of being a stranger to no longer being a stranger and really being more authentic and putting his true self out there. So why don't we go ahead and see what he wants to create, what he wants to bring in instead with this feminine. So we're going to go into the inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies cards. Okay, so we have doorway to fairyland. Anytime I see a doorway, this tells me here he wants to open up a new door, okay? So this does say here, open up new doors that are going to show you the way. So definitely wants to take things from a fairyland fantasy and create a new door in actual reality. I do see that. So this right here is called the Hansel Roberts Tarot. Yeah, doesn't want to be stuck anymore. Doesn't want to be in this space where there's no movement in the connection. Wants to open up a new door. So feminine, if you and masculine have been in either a challenge or a separation, and there hasn't been a lot of movement in this connection, I do see that this masculine would like to open up a new door. That's what he really wants to do. He wants to create a change. And it's kind of cool because you can see here this tree that was standing in the way. There's this doorway. That's kind of cool. I just realized that. What else? Celestial angels. Some of you guys, your masculine could see you as an angel, okay? And doesn't want to be without his angel any longer. I'm seeing that too. You bring a lot of peace to this masculine's life. It's almost like you're his light in all that darkness. So he sees you as this angelic being. Yeah, death. Scorpio's energy. This is telling me here that masculine wants to transform. If you guys have had an ending of some sort, masculine wants to show feminine how much he has transformed, how much he has changed. So wants to open up a new phase or a new door, have a new beginning, a fresh new start with feminine, okay? So just because this masculine feels this way doesn't guarantee anything, okay? These readings are just for guidance only. You just want to take what resonates for you. And we're just tapping into what this masculine could be feeling at this time. And it looks to me like he wants these things, but again, it doesn't guarantee that he will take action on these things. We always want to remember that everyone has free will. So let's see now, when this masculine is alone in his bed at night, how is he connecting to this feminine? Let's get into the deep. We're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle along with my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. The deep, deep pits of masculine soul when he is alone at night. There's no distraction, Three of Cups. There's no distraction from anyone else. He's alone in his energy. He's alone in his thoughts. He's alone in his feelings. What does this energy look like connected to the feminine? Okay, so we have awakening. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so I feel like masculine, when he's really, really in his just feelings, when he's thinking about this feminine connected to her, he's thinking about the things that he wants to do or the plans that maybe they made a while ago. He's also thinking about his decisions. He understands that there's certain decisions that he made. So he could have regret. He could think about things that they could have done, but that they were not able to accomplish at that time. He's when he wakes up, it could be that he's feeling this feeling of, I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to make a decision to change these circumstances. So he could wake up feeling very frustrated, but he is aware of his decisions or the decisions that were made. And he is aware of, how that may have affected this connection. That's what I'm seeing here. So he's awakened to that. This one was just sitting out, so we're just going to take it. We have pause. Really gives them an opportunity to take a deep look at stuff. Yeah. Recognizing himself, recognizing the decisions that he's made. I'm picking up on a lot of regret. Okay. But this is good though, because masculine has now, he sees things in a whole new way. He sees things in a whole new light. So without this mishap, without this misstep, really, this would not have given him the opportunity to successfully recognize where he may have misstepped or have gone wrong. So he's more aware now. So when he's really sitting in this feminine's energy and he's really plugged into it, like he's really understanding some things about himself that he may have failed to recognize before. So this is a success. This is good. We have winter. Some of you guys could be connected to winter. Could be being nostalgic about the holidays, or when you guys met, or when you guys parted, or just something that's frozen in time. Yeah, it's when you guys may have parted ways. Ten of Swords, reverse, painful ending. Doesn't have to be for everybody, but what I'm getting here is that there may have not been relief from this ending. This masculine really, really would like to take this feeling of frozen in time, this painful ending, and resolve, or to at least just not feel stuck or hung up on the ending or this disconnect or separation, if that's what's taking place. What else? Okay, so some of the masculines could even be curious to look up online. So when they wake up, after connecting to their feminine, they may go online, they may try to research her, research something about her, look to see what she's up to, etc. And sees that she's not alone. That's not for everybody. Sees that she has moved on, sees that she has entered into another relationship, or just sees that, she's just different. And again, this different could be what this masculine is seeing, like, Queen of Wands, somebody who's got it really, really going on. But he could be observing pain too. He could be seeing some sort of effects that he's had on her. And not all of you have the ability to be online or want to be online. So that may not resonate for everybody. So if that is not an online thing, if this is something that he's not seeing, like you online, either with someone else, because that may not be your story, or isn't seeing you at all, he is thinking in his mind and observing his own behavior of how he could have affected you in a negative way. So again, this is a masculine who's really coming to terms with his behavior, the decisions that he's made, recognizing the error of his ways, really observing his behavior, really looking at himself. Deep, deep, dark night of the soul. That's what I'm getting there. And last one. But he admires feminine. I'm telling you, that Queen of Wands, it just popped up. Really liking what he is seeing here. Admiring the feminine, seeing her beauty, seeing her in a whole new light. Yeah, Three of Swords. No longer wanting to be in that heartbreak. So feminines, if some of you guys have moved on with your lives, if some of you guys have just, turned this sadness, have found a way to rise from the ashes, this masculine is really seeing this, or he's really feeling it or hoping this for you. Doesn't want to see you miserable, doesn't want to see you sad, doesn't want to see you fall apart because of the things that may have happened. And this isn't villainizing masculines, but this reading is for feminines that may have gone through some kind of significant situation that's bringing you to this reading today. Any kind of heartache, any kind of sadness. I do feel like masculine could be a little melancholy as well, seeing feminine rise, but not in a way where he's not happy for her. It's like a bittersweet. That's what I'm getting here. It's a bittersweet energy here. It's a bittersweet. I had a bittersweet symphony called Life. Of course, that's coming up, but I don't know that that song has anything to do with the connection, but that's what's coming up. So yes, this is what the masculine is plugged into. He hopes the feminine has risen from the ashes. He hopes that the feminine has recovered. Some of them are seeing that she has. Some of them are seeing that she has risen. Some of them are recognizing the error of their ways. Some of them have taken the time to really look deeply within themselves. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into his deepest, most personal message for the feminine and what he wants her to understand the most at this time. This one is called the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. And we're going to go into my connections for the modern world as well as my divine masculine revelations. What is this energy here? Heartfelt, most deep, heartfelt message for feminine. Most important thing he wants her to know and understand right now. Okay, so we have available. Energy available. That right here is the Knight of Cups, you guys. So the Knight of Cups, or Knight of Cups, is coming up again, Pisces energy, but it's reversed. So whereas before it was upright, as in the masculine's heart space really was, he has something that he wants to say to the feminine. But the deep, most inner just things that are maybe hidden deep within this masculine, he has something to say. He has a heartfelt message for her, but is she available? Will she receive him? I just got sidetracked in the moment. Or sidetracked, I just got caught up in the moment. So masculine is, I feel, saying to the feminine a few things here. He is describing something from the past. In the past, he got caught up in a moment. He was not able to authentically come to her with that cup upright. He was not able to share with her from an authentic place. He was not available or open to the experience of that kind of love at that time. So he's explaining this to her. He's also explaining to her that right now he's still struggling. He's still trying to sidetrack himself, busy himself, Three of Cups reversed energy. He's trying to, in a way, kind of avoid this confrontation or avoid this message, sending her this message. So this energy that came up from the very beginning, this very like stubborn. That stubborn energy, trying to be strong, trying to just be discreet, trying to deceive in a way, make it seem or appear different than it really is. Masculine could be getting caught up in that behavior. That's what I'm seeing that he's trying to tell her. What else does he want her to know and understand? We have nirvana. We have the King of Wands energy. This is the second time that this, I think it's, hold on for just a moment. I just want to make sure that I'm not saying something that didn't pop up. I felt like a King of Wands came up, but I could be wrong here. Maybe it didn't. King of Wands, it's the Queen of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so whenever I see two cards that are like a king and a queen, I always like look at the set. Well, the Queen of Wands was upright. This King of Wands is reversed. King of Wands is connected to the sign of Leo, by the way. This might be a masculine that does not feel confident enough to come forward. Now, nirvana is this like ultimate bliss state, this just connectedness to everything that is and just feeling that magic of life, okay? Beautiful. So this is telling me here that masculine is using this energy that he actually does feel when he plugs into the feminine. He feels this feeling of nirvana. He feels this feeling of inspiration when he plugs into her energy, when he plugs into her Queen of Wands energy. He's trying to rise to the occasion. He's trying to level up with her. So in a way, he wants feminine to know that he is using her as a source of inspiration to reach this state. But he's also trying to connect with himself to reach this state. We don't necessarily need anyone to reach this state, but you do inspire this masculine feminine. But masculine just feels not quite at that level of the King of Wands upright. What else does he want her to know and understand? Yeah, he's got something to say. He definitely has something to say. And we have the Five of Pentacles. There could be an energy where somebody feels shut out, left out in the cold, feels like this door's closed right now. Doesn't want it to be, though. Five of Pentacles means that somebody wants to come out of that energy. They want to come out of the cold. That's what they want to say. Yeah, contemplation. I need more time to figure things out. Okay, so what masculine is trying to tell feminine right now is that he wants to speak up. He has something to say. He has something to share with her, but he needs more time. He doesn't want to be out in the cold anymore, though. That's what he really, really wants her to know and understand. We have sucker. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is connected to Jupiter, sign of Sagittarius. And protection. He doesn't want to be a sucker. He doesn't trust what he's feeling. Okay? He doesn't trust his feelings. So it's easier for him to protect his heart and not take this risk. Okay? He just does not feel comfortable taking this risk and turning the wheel at this time. He doesn't want to be a sucker. He doesn't want to get sucked in either. I'm getting that too. So some of you guys could have had quite the encounter. Some of you could have gotten together and it was just so powerful and just whirlwind romance that this masculine could have felt like he was getting sucked in and was afraid and did not want to get sidetracked, with his life or his goals or whatever it was that he was maybe plugged into at that time. So it's just easier to stay on the sidelines and not take a risk. All right, let's get one last message here. We have dormant. Yeah, this connection. So may not all resonate with that, but some of you guys, this connection could have been dormant for quite some time, because we did get winter's energy, frozen in time. Something that's been frozen in time for some time. This has been dormant energy. It's not going anywhere either. Yeah, this Hierophant's energy, Taurus energy coming up. Commitment though. This reverse means non-committal. This masculine could have commitment issues. This masculine could have warned the feminine, because remember, this came through. Just got to check it here. Warned the feminine. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at commitment. I have issues. I have trust issues. I have childhood issues. Whatever issues masculine has, he is still battling those issues. It still does have an effect on him, because the Hierophant is also about our belief systems, what we believe, what we think about things, how we were raised. All those things have an effect on us. It doesn't mean it has to control us, but something is still lying dormant within this masculine, and it still has yet to be dealt with. It might be coming out here and there, a masculine starting to see error of his ways. He's working on himself, things like that. But there's still this underlying issue that he has, and it does affect this connection. So he's letting her know that that might be one of the reasons too why he's not coming through, is because he knows he's not ready. Yep, see, something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what it is, puzzled. So this is about someone that is also trying to do the right thing. And the right thing, you guys, may not be to come together at this time. And reason why is because either masculine or feminine or both are not ready or not available. Because Hierophant can be connected to marriage as well. And you can see there's 3 people in that card. We did get 3 of Cups too. There could be a third party situation here. So still trying to figure it out. Still trying to conclude what that means, how it's all coming together. On the bottom of the deck, though, I do have telepathy. You are never far from my mind. Masculine thinks about feminine, and you guys are communicating telepathically. So if you're getting messages, make sure that you trust what you're getting, what you're receiving, because it's coming from your masculine during this period of time. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into what is he most likely to do moving forward. So we already know that he wants to come forward, but isn't. What is most likely to happen moving forward? Now, this doesn't guarantee anything, and this doesn't predict all time. So even if it comes through as not a lot of forward movement, it doesn't mean it's going to stay in this energy forever. But we're just going to get a little peek into what could possibly happen with this masculine. Let's go ahead and go into my Arrows of Love Oracle. And we're going to confirm with my Arrows of Love Tarot. What is the most likely action that this masculine could take towards his feminine in the upcoming future? Okay, so he's trying to make a decision. Pendulum, yes or no. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? I already see he's teeter-tottering back and forth, blowing hot and cold. Okay, so the card that flipped out, you guys, was the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups reverse means coming back after a departure. Do I come back? Do I come back? Do I open up this door once again? So most likely actions would be coming back. That's what I'm seeing here. Coming back. Returning. And we have rendezvous. We have got 2 cups. 2 of Cups. 2 people coming together, maybe having a quick rendezvous. That rendezvous could just be seeing someone. Ooh, and this reignites the passion all over again. So damn, it's like you guys might pick up right where you left off. Could be quick for some of you because it says rendezvous. Doesn't mean it has to be quick, like you guys get together, but it could just be like, you know, a spark. It could be a conversation. It's just 2 people connecting, reconnecting, coming back together. Does it mean physical union? Does it mean union forever? I mean, what does this mean? I'm just seeing here that it's leaning more towards a coming back. Someone's coming back, making a decision to come back, reconnect with you once again, and reigniting that flame. So that's the most likely action in the future, you guys, with this masculine. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and move on into the last portion of this reading, which is advice from Spirit. So what is the advice from Spirit at this time? We're going to go into therapy flashcards here. This is advice for the Divine Feminine watching this video on this entire situation. We have baggage, okay? So there's a message about baggage. It's either masculine's baggage or feminine's baggage or a little bit of both. Somebody's got baggage here. Somebody could have a lot of trauma and wounds that they still need to heal. Somebody could have a lot of baggage when it comes to commitment. Somebody could actually have another relationship going on that they're still in. That's baggage. Somebody just may have a lot of financial baggage, a lot of traumas in that type of situation too. But baggage needs to be dealt with. Signs from Spirit Love Oracle that I created. Let's see what else. Getting grounded, brown, grounding, stability, foundation. So there's a foundational baggage here. This is baggage that comes perhaps from childhood. That's what I'm getting more than anything. It could be, of course, now. But there's something about someone's foundation. And that, to me, was the Hierophant in the reverse position. Somebody's upbringing has created a lot of baggage. So someone needs to ground that energy. Somebody needs to get stable in that energy. It could also be people are in codependent relationships. They're with partners that they don't even really, truly deep down either are love or are good for them, but they stay with these people out of codependency. That could be an issue too. And that comes from childhood trauma and baggage. Satisfaction. What makes you happy? We have 2 cups again, you guys. Great. Satisfaction. What brings you happiness? So what this baggage is ultimately doing is it's preventing us from going towards things that are very satisfying. So the advice here is that someone needs to work on their issues. So if that's you, feminine, this is about you starting to address these issues. What's keeping you from your ultimate happiness? This is also considering that there's more going on than meets the eye with the masculine. There's a lot of underlying influences here that is keeping him from what satisfies him. So there's like something for us to recognize. All right, so let's go ahead and get some messages from my twin flame angel numbers. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, you guys. Remember how the message was with that King of Wands in the reverse, trying to match and level up with the Queen of Wands upright? Your twin is leveling up their energy in order to match yours and will face you when the time is right. Do I need to say any more? That's nuts. So that's what we got today, you guys. So 2, 3, 4. What that means when we have consecutive numbers like that, there's things that are starting to unfold. There's things that are happening now. There's things that are just kind of like, then there's one domino, then there's the next, and there's the next. There's things that like getting ducks in a row, taking things step by step, doing things in correct order. And when we do things in correct order and we start from the ground up, we build a nice, healthy foundation. So whatever baggage, whatever crap, whatever got in the way before, people are now addressing these things so that way they can come together when the time is right. And these 2 cups can meet once again. So anyways, you guys, I really hope that was helpful to you. Thank you again for choosing me to, do this reading for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it or, tapped in or whatever, and it would be really helpful. And I never really say this, but these things do matter. If you guys could give this a thumbs up, maybe share it with somebody that could benefit from this information, or subscribe if you haven't and you'd like to see more of these videos. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.